The race for the ultimate European glory just hit a boiling point as Arsenal battles through to the Champions League semifinals. Mikel Arteta demanded fire from his squad after a gritty draw against Sporting, and while the performance lacked fireworks, the result secures their spot in the Final Four for a second straight season. It is a historic achievement for the club, even if questions remain about their offensive spark heading into the biggest matches of the year.
Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 mAh power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
With the quarterfinals officially in the rearview mirror, the road to Budapest is locked in for the remaining heavyweights. Our latest Champions League power rankings see Bayern Munich and PSG surging as they prepare for a titanic clash in the next round. It is a star-studded path toward the May 30 final, and the momentum is shifting rapidly as these giants prepare to face off on the ultimate stage. Defense remains the bedrock of this Arsenal identity, but a looming attacking crisis is casting a shadow over their massive Premier League showdown with Manchester City this Sunday. While the defensive unit led by William Saliba and David Raya continues to suffocate opponents, the front line is struggling to find the back of the net. Injuries to key stars like Bukayo Saka and Martin Odegaard have left Mikel Arteta searching for answers before they head to the Etihad. The path is set, and the stakes have never been higher for the Gunners as they look toward a semi-final rematch against Atletico Madrid. With the potential for a final showdown against a lethal Bayern Munich side waiting on the horizon, every moment is critical. Make sure you stay up to date on every twist in the road by hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel with notifications turned on for all the latest updates. Mikel Arteta asked for fire, but what he got against Sporting was more of a flickering pilot light. Arsenal has officially punched their ticket to the Champions League semifinals for the second year in a row, making history in the process, yet the mood surrounding the club feels surprisingly heavy. Is it fair to criticize a team for being efficient, or has the Gunner way lost its spark when we need it most? Let's look at the numbers. Arsenal have won only one of their last 5 matches across all competitions, netting just 3 goals in that stretch. Against Sporting, they managed a solitary shot on target. In fact, the total expected goals for that match was a staggering 0.93, the lowest in a Champions League quarterfinal since 2019. It wasn't exactly a masterclass in attacking football. But here is the counterargument: who cares? They are through. They kept a clean sheet. And in a competition as ruthless as this, results are the only currency that matters. Arteta is quick to remind us of the context. With stars like Bukayo Saka and Martin Odegaard sidelined and Declan Rice playing through illness, this isn't the Arsenal at full strength. He rightly points to their defensive habits. 8 clean sheets in 12 Champions League matches is nothing to sneeze at. As Nedum Onyoha noted, clubs across Europe would kill to be in this position. Sometimes, you don't need a statement performance. You just need to survive and advance. But the shadow of Manchester City looms large. With a title-defining clash at the Etihad this Sunday, the ugly football we saw midweek isn't going to cut it against Pep's juggernaut. Chris Sutton put it bluntly: if they don't find their rhythm in the final third, the trophy dreams might evaporate. The hesitance in the final third is real, and the lack of decisive action is becoming a recurring theme. Yet Arteta's plea to the fans is simple: enjoy where we are. He's right that 140 years of club history have never seen back-to-back semi-final appearances. If they go on to lift the trophy, no one will remember the slog against Sporting. They'll only remember the silver. But for now, the question remains: is this team just efficient, or are they running out of gas? What do you think? Is this defensive grit the mark of champions, or are we witnessing a team that's lost its identity right when the stakes are at their highest? Drop a comment below and let's get into the debate. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the world of football. Remember, history isn't written by the pretty games, it's written by the winners. The stage is set, and the dust has finally settled on a whirlwind round of quarterfinals, leaving us with our final 4 giants standing in the race for the Champions League trophy. We are officially on the road to Budapest for the May 30th final, and let me tell you, the bracket is nothing short of electric. We have PSG squaring off against a surging Bayern Munich, while Arsenal gears up for an absolute tactical chess match against Diego Simon's gritty Atletico Madrid. It is fascinating to realize that whoever hoists that trophy will be doing so just days before the 2026 World Cup kicks off across the US, Mexico, and Canada. The momentum in the soccer world is about to go through the roof. Looking at the power rankings right now, the momentum is heavily favoring the surging juggernauts, while Arsenal continues to prove they have the grit to do just enough to survive and advance. This is the pinnacle of club football, and the pressure is at an all-time high. You absolutely cannot afford to miss a single minute of this drama, so make sure you are tuned into all the live action on Paramount+. Which of these four teams do you think has the steel to go all the way to Budapest? Drop your predictions in the comments below. After all, in this competition, form is temporary, but history is written by the winners. Is Arsenal's defensive steel enough to survive a trip to the Etihad? After their performance against Sporting CP, it is time to take a hard look at where the Gunners really stand. Let's be honest, after the disaster against Bournemouth, this result was a breath of fresh air. It wasn't always pretty, but it was unmistakably an Arteta side. When the pressure spiked at the Emirates, Arsenal simply slammed the door shut. From the 67th minute onwards, Sporting didn't manage a single shot until a desperate heave at the death. That is elite, cold-blooded tournament management. When they lock in, trying to get a shot off against Saliba, and Raya feels like trying to break into a bank vault. History tells us that's how you win in Europe. Think of Chelsea in 2021 or City 2 years later. Championships are built on backlines that don't blink. With only 5 goals conceded in 12 games, Arsenal has that foundation. Mikel Arteta rightly pointed out the incredible habits his players show, tracking back with lungs burning even when the schedule has drained them dry. But here is the million-dollar question. What happens when the ball is at the other end of the pitch? While the defense held firm, the attack looked like it was wading through quicksand. Martin Zubimendi was a revelation in midfield, acting as the perfect comfort blanket, but the front three? They were struggling to make anything stick. 35 lost possessions out of just 90 touches is not a recipe for success against a side like Manchester City. When you're giving the ball away that cheaply, you're practically inviting the champions to pin you in your own half. Kai Havertz provided a much-needed outlet when he came on, and frankly, he has to start on Sunday. But even then, the build-up play remains a massive concern. Without Odegaard and Saka, the creativity has evaporated, and we've been saying that for weeks now. Arsenal proved they can stifle an opponent, but they are heading into a storm. Defending well is one thing, defending perfectly for 90 minutes against Erling Haaland and his teammates is a different beast entirely. If their attack can't find a way to offer more than a whisper of a threat, that wall is eventually going to crack. What do you think? Can Arsenal's defense hold the line at the Etihad, or is the lack of attacking spark going to be their undoing? Drop a comment below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the biggest matches in football. Let's see if Arteta can pull off the ultimate tactical masterclass this weekend. Is this finally the year Arsenal conquers Europe? The Gunners have officially punched their ticket to the Champions League semifinals after a nail-biting showdown against Sporting CP. It wasn't pretty, and it certainly wasn't comfortable, but that stoppage-time masterclass from Kai Havertz back in Lisbon proved to be the golden ticket, securing a 1-0 aggregate win that sends Mikel Arteta's men into the Final Four. Now, the road ahead is crystal clear, and it's a path that demands perfection. Arsenal is set to lock horns with Atletico Madrid in what promises to be an absolute thriller. You might remember their league phase encounter, a night where the Gunners dismantled Atleti 4-0. But make no mistake, tournament football is a different beast entirely. Atletico showed true grit by surviving a desperate Barcelona fightback to reach this stage, and they'll be looking to rewrite the history books. Let's not forget, these two haven't met in a major European knockout tie since 2018, when Simon's side cruelly denied Arsene Wenger a fairy tale farewell. The narrative potential here is massive. Thanks to UEFA's new format, Arsenal holds a distinct psychological edge. They'll enjoy home field advantage at the Emirates for the deciding leg. In a competition of fine margins, that roar from the home crowd could be the difference between glory and heartbreak. Looking across the bracket, we've got a heavyweight clash brewing between Bayern Munich and PSG. Bayern is looking unstoppable, having shredded Real Madrid for 6 goals across 2 legs. With Vincent Kompany at the helm, their tactical discipline is razor-sharp. If Arsenal can navigate past the grid of Atletico, they might be staring down the barrel of a showdown against Harry Kane and a star-studded Bayern Munich in the 2026 final. It's a gauntlet, but greatness is never earned easily. What do you think? Can Arsenal hoist that trophy, or will the ghosts of 2018 haunt them once more? Drop your predictions in the comments below, hit that like button if you're backing the Gunners, and don't forget to subscribe for all the latest drama on the road to the final. Remember, in the Champions League, it's not just about how you play, it's about how you endure.